G'day guys, Grazy here with another season preview. Today we're going to have a look at the Denver Nuggets. Denver's coming off a season in which they finished 9th in the Western Conference, just missing the playoffs on the final day, with a record of 46 and 36. I was hoping the Nuggets snuck in last year because I think they would have been a dangerous first round opponent for a team. I don't think there were many sides lining up to take this squad on because they have got some serious talent and they've got an unbelievable amount of depth, which I felt at times was a bit of a gift and a curse. But as always, this team starts with that man there. Look at big Nikola. I don't know what he's doing there practicing those fakes. But guys, this is the franchise player. Imagine the GM getting a photo of this kid. Here's the guy we're going to build our team around and give him about 160 million max dollars. That there is a body fueled by Pepsi. Apparently he used to drink litre after litre of the stuff, the big fella. But he has developed into one of the top centres in the NBA. I say one of, I feel he has a skill set. I think he should be better. You see the triple doubles, but again last year, Big Nikola finished with 18.5 points, 10 rebounds, about 10.5 rebounds, 6 assists, and nearly 1 block per game. I've seen games where I thought he was going to just take over and completely dismantle sides, but then he just seems to vanish. I don't know if it's a conditioning thing or what, but I think the Joker needs to take the next step this year for this Denver team to make some noise in the stacked Western Conference. Stacked is a good word to describe this roster last year, and at times there just seemed to be not enough minutes to go around. They have alleviated some of that. Kenneth Faried is gone, Emmanuel Mudiay is gone, and Wilson Chandler is gone from this team. That should hopefully free up a few minutes for the guys like Jamal Murray, Gary Harris to continue their development. They've got some talented youngsters in that backcourt, and one of the most surprising things of the off-season for me was Will Barton being re-signed for 4 years and $53 million. Undoubtedly he has some talent and he is very athletic, but I just feel with the three of those guys, did they need all three of them? One player who will make a big impact for the side this year, hopefully, will be Paul Millsap. Paul sat out most of last year with an injury. He was the Nuggets' big acquisition last year and was expected to bring a combination of defense and scoring and veteran leadership. He was missed last year and he could be a very handy addition to this lineup. And I think if they had him last year, they would have made the playoffs, and I think they could have pushed for the 5 or 6 seed last year, and I think that will be their goal going forward this year. They'll look forward to the continued development of Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. One of the players that really could have been an impact player was Michael Porter Jr. The Nuggets took a big risk and went with the injured star, who is expected to sit out most of this season. But if he at some stage can come on the court and be healthy, he could be an absolute steal and a real difference maker, and he could be the sort of player that pushes this team over the top. The one thing I think the Nuggets really lack is the go-to guy. They have about 4 or 5 guys who can really put the ball in the basket, but in crunch time, who's the guy that the other teams would fear? They seem like one of the early Portland Trail Blazer 2000 teams. They were stacked with, 6 or 7 good players, but who did you go to down the stretch? Who was the guy that took the last shot? Could it be, with $2 million, could the king of the fourth make a return? Isaiah Thomas was a bargain pickup, pretty much no risk with a high reward. If the king of the fourth could return to his Celtic days, that could be a massive pickup for the Nuggets at a bargain price. This team also has Mason Plumlee on it at $12.9 million and Richard Jefferson. If you told me Richard Jefferson was in the NBA, I would have been stunned. But he is, and he's still going. Good on you, Richard. I find the Denver Nuggets one of the hardest teams to predict in the entire NBA. I think they could finish anywhere from 4th if things go well, but if not, they could again miss the playoffs. I think this is a real make or break year for the Nuggets to see where they're going to go, and this year I think they make the playoffs. I think they just scrape in, and I think they become a very dangerous first round opponent. What do you think, guys? Where do you think the Nuggets will finish up this year? If you liked that video, guys, please give that one a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see your team reviewed or you'd like to see a player reviewed, please leave it in the comments and I'll do my best. Thank you.